I wish the movement was smoother. Like it's really, really awkward. The movement.
This device must be the alarm.
Okay, good.
Here's the famous high-security area.
Warden Mackenzie, at your service, sir.
Good morning, Warden. I have a pass which allows me to speak with prisoner Hunts.
Very well. It is the cell at the end to your left. I'd advise you to walk in the middle of the corridor.
Yes, alright, well. There's a couple of guys on either side. There's another staircase. So apparently at the end of the corridor there used to be a door but it's blocked up. Why would they put them opposite each other if they know they hate each other? Like they deliberately... Okay, Watson, you're in the way. They deliberately put them opposite each other to rile them up or something. Did he say at the end on your left? Oh, there he is. So was this supposed to be a door here or is it somewhere else? What are you doing?
Hans Schielman, I require some information from you.
So, who do we have here? The celebrated Sherlock Holmes himself. Do you know that for all the time I have spent rotting in here, you are my first and only visitor? I think this is cause for celebration. A confrontation between two geniuses, two extraordinary minds.
I am afraid that you are not quite as great a chemist as you believe you are, Mr. Schielman. I will not say that you never were. No, it was certainly true once. But you see, while you are whiling away your days in here, it appears that someone on the outside is at the point of surpassing you, if that is not already the case.
Yes, I heard about that. A chemical poison that eats away at the flesh and provokes hysteria. I recognize talent when I see it, but it's only a matter of time before I win back my laurels, believe me.
What can you tell me?
That depends on what you can bring to me.
You're sitting in a cell and you want to bargain. Well, I guess we do need information from him.
What do you want?
Do you know why I am treated so harshly? For my meals, I am given nothing but a hunk of bread. And even then, not just any sort.
Get to the point.
Never interrupt me! Where was I? Oh yes, the bread. Did you know that with a little rye yeast, a pinch of moss, certain cockroach secretions, just enough light and damp, with a few other ingredients that I will keep quiet about, I succeeded in poisoning half the staff here. Unfortunately, a little something was omitted, which would have made the results fatal. Instead, it merely caused acute attacks of stress and powerful hallucinations. Even so, I got a great laugh out of watching them cry like babies when they saw their most primitive fears materializing before them.
You are a monster, Mr. Schielman.
Thank you.
It wasn't a compliment.
But of course it was! You others, you ordinary, narrow-minded people, you are afraid of anything that you cannot comprehend. You call me a monster because what you find impossible to face is just the slightest fraction of my genius. If by monster you mean someone who is nothing like you, then it is a compliment.
Well, you know, maybe if you don't poison half the guards, then you would get more than bread for dinner. You know what I mean? It's like, well, what are they supposed to feed you now? If they give you bread and you turn the bread into poison, then you're not gonna get anything. Like maybe if you don't kill people, then you wouldn't be here in prison. You know what I mean?
What do you need?
Very little. Just something to write with. You see, my brain races like an engine with too many thoughts. I see them crackle and explode into thousands of formulae right in front of me. What a torture not to be able to write them down. What a hell to see them vanish just as quickly as they appear to me. Just bring me something that I can write with.
That's all. That seems an easy enough request to fulfill.
But listen, I don't want a vulgar inkwell and a pigeon's feather. No, I need material fit for my talent. I want my ink pen. Bring it to me, and I will be happy to pass on to you a little of my knowledge of modern chemistry.
Where is it?
It was confiscated upon my arrival here. I suppose it might be in my locker, in the locker room. Leave me now, and don't come back without my ink pen.
Well, it's kind of obvious that there's stuff inside the pen that might allow him to escape, because he's asking for an ink pen in a stone cell where he has no paper. Like, why? Who on earth does that?
See you soon, Mr. Holmes.
So that's a clear scam.
We must go to the locker room, Holmes.
Watson. Enthusiastic, are we? Also, candles? Really? Candles. There's candles on the walls. Who lights them? Who keeps them lit? He's got a gas lamp on his table. Not sure if candles is really plausible. Shouldn't they be lamps?
We must go to the
No, bro. Open the door. I'm assuming we don't need to talk to them again. The locker room's back here, right?
Closed.
What's the cloak room? Hold on. The locker room is this one? No, it's the cleaning room.
Closed.
Which one's the locker room again? What am I stuck on?
The locker room. This is where the prisoners' things are kept.
Do I pick the lock or what?
Closed.
Nope. Alright. Let me see if there's anything useful here.
Miss, may we borrow the keys to the locker room?
You will need authorization from the director to open that door. If you wait a moment, then I will inform him.
We will wait, thank you.
Not suspicious
Anything
at
new,
all.
Mr. Holmes? Is your investigation advancing? Mr. Holmes, have you been able to get what you wanted from our lodger?
Not yet. We must first cast light upon a crucial point, and for that we require your help again.
What can I do?
We need to examine Schielman's civilian clothing.
Very well, but be extremely careful.
What do you mean?
In that madman's compartment, you will find a strange little coded case which refused point blank to open when he was incarcerated. We did try to force it, but without success.
Didn't you ask the experts?
Of course we did. Experts from Scotland Yard came to examine it, but they came to the conclusion that it was better that the case remained shut than tamper with it too much.
I see. They were afraid that some poison or other might escape if it was opened.
Exactly. Bear in mind that this man is an evil genius, a master poisoner, And that his poisons are never ordinary. Here's the key to the locker room. I give you the authorization to open it.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Patterson.
Miss Patterson, the guards are still waiting for you to put up the duty list. Do it as soon as possible. Without it, the changing of the guard cannot take place. Or had you forgotten?
Don't. Why are you crying? Don't. Just get the list.
Dry your tears, miss. I'm certain that your father didn't mean to hurt you.
Mr. Watson, I can't put up the duty list. And when he finds out, he'll be furious.
Why can't you?
It's in my locker, in the cloakroom, and I've lost the key.
Your aunt.
Say no more, Holmes. As you keep repeating, time is against us. Let's go and look at the things in the rat killer's locker.
Wait, what? The roster is in the cloakroom, and she lost the key to the. What is even happening here?
But what could I have done with the keys?
Well, there's something going on. Let's see if we can release a deadly poison and kill everybody in the prison. Now, where's my... Is there a key? Do I have a... I have a scalpel. I don't actually... Oh, here's a key. Oh, hey! Lockers and things. Okay, well, where is... Here.
Here is the locker of our friend, Hans, the mad scientist.
Oh, what a jumble.
There's symbols on it.
Blotting paper.
Blotting paper.
A paper knife.
A paper knife.
This solid box must hold a precious object. Let us see.
Oh, good.
Blotting paper.
There's probably...
There is something interesting here. Nothing of interest here. There is something interesting here.
Ah, dots. So the dots probably...
There is something interesting here.
It's a code. It's a kind of
There
code.
is something interesting here.
It's a kind of code. You see there's like a couple of dots there. What we need to do is, I think, put one sheet of paper on top
Nothing
of the other.
interest here.
Just put that away. As soon as the catastrophe came to be known, the alarm from mouth to mouth was blown, and this cry ran out all over the town. Good heavens, the Tate Bridge is blown down, and a passenger train from Edinburgh, which filled all the people's hearts with sorrow, and made them for to turn pale, because none of the passengers were saved to tell the tale. How the disaster happened on the last Sabbath day of 1879, which will be remembered for a very long time. It's not even a very good rhyme, is it? So we overlap the two sheets.
There is something interesting here. There is something interesting here.
And we kind of have to look.
Nothing of interest here. This cannot be a simple coincidence.
No, of course not. So how many holes are there?
No, I can't do that.
Is that
No,
all
I
the
can't do that.
Is that all the holes? I think that's all the holes. So, is that calcium? That's not calcium, is it? Ca, bromine, hydrogen, sulfur. That's all the dots, right? Ca, C A B R H And then, was it S?
Perfect.
Right.
What is written on that note, Holmes?
Later, Watson, later.
And the pen probably has a poison inside,
We can give Hans his pen.
but I don't think it's wise.
A paper knife. Blotting paper.
Alright, so that's that. Inventory, what was on the piece of paper? Globe, we've read that. Unknown message. We've read this. We picked up a piece of paper though.
What should we do next, Holmes?
We can give Hans his pen.
Is that really the smart thing to do? Alright, inventory, pen. Can I look at it? I can't, well, I can't look at it. Is there anything here? No. No deduction. Menu unavailable. An achievement. Alright, well let me just give Han this pen. I don't think there's anything else for us to do. Cloak Room.
Closed.
There's no key for the Cloak Room. Should I try and find the key for the secretary?
What a bunch of incompetents. Oh, if I was as unprofessional as that, there would be murderers running all over the town.
What's the matter? Are you a patient of Dr. Watson?
Very amusing.
I was going on about the dry cleaners in Westgate Street. They've just delivered my ceremonial uniform in the middle of my duty, and I've told them 1,000 times not to bring it until after 6 in the evening.
A ceremonial uniform? You've been promoted?
No, and that's not about to happen. No, I've been invited to a wedding. I mean, I hope to be. I'm in trouble. If the director sees that I've left my post, I'll be sacked without pay.
Give it to me, Warden Brighton. I'll take care of it for you.
Really? Thanks a lot. Here's the key to the cloakroom and that of my locker. I'm really grateful, Mr. Holmes.
Okay.
What have you got in mind, Holmes? You're not doing this out of kindness, are you?
No. Out of curiosity, we will be able to access the cloakroom with these keys.
Yes. Alright, well, shenanigans ahoy. We are going to access the cloak room with these keys. Surprise! We can't do much with anything.
Miss Patterson's locker. Miss Patterson's locker.
Are we gonna pick it or what? There's a coat there. Newspaper.
Here is Brighton's locker.
Well, are we gonna...
Closed.
Closed. What do I...
Here is Brighton's locker.
Can I open it? How many keys do I have? Baking soda. Why would you have...
Bicarbonate of soda. Brighton must have an upset stomach caused by stress, without a doubt. The name on the key is Jenny Patterson. That is interesting.
Okay.
Bicarbonate of soda. Brighton must have an upset stomach caused by stress, without a doubt. I need something.
This is dubious. Let me just put his... Where's his uniform? There you go. And we're done here, right?
Bicarbonate.